Thank you for calling Subway Catering Support. This is Dustin. How can I assist you with feeding way too many people today? Of course. So we offer platters, giant subs, boxed lunches. What direction are you leaning? Well, I guess it depends on what kind of event. How many people do you think that you plan on feeding here? Okay. I would say for that number of people, I would personally lean towards platters or boxed lunches. The giant subs are going to be a little, probably, it would be a little harder for your guests to customize themselves. So you'd have to kind of already, put what you want on that. They can customize it themselves if you get, a topping tray or, a meat and cheese tray with it or something. But, I think that it sounds like the best with your goals would be the, other way. Okay, yeah, so the platters would be 15, 3 to 4 inch portions, on each thing, so it would feed, yeah. I guess it depends, are you going to more have a light snack, or are you going to fully feed everyone? Because if you want to fully feed everyone, I think the boxed lunch might be better. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, I agree. Yeah, something about the platters, the way that they are displayed is quite dramatic, so I think that could work well for you. Did you want to go with a predetermined platter? So, for example, we have, basically at the end of the day, yeah, you can choose between 5 cold sandwiches. And by that I mean, you can't choose a meatball sandwich. They wouldn't be good anymore. If you was really wanting meatballs, we probably could do just the toppings on the bread, and then you could order a tray of meatballs. We do sell trays of meatballs. It's not very common for people to do, honestly, but yeah, we can offer that. They would come in either a 2.5 pound tray or a 5 pound tray. Well, it does vary by location. Some locations offer different sizes and different stuff, so yeah, that store that you went to, they might not have offered that. Well, technically they have the stuff to make it, they might not have the stuff to serve it to you, the trays and stuff. Well, I think a lot of it is I worked at Subway for 10 years in an actual store, and I never sold one once. So if that tells you how rarely they are sold. Okay, so we're definitely doing a platter then. Do you want just some basics? We could do turkey, ham, roast beef, maybe tuna. Some people are fishy like that. And maybe a cold cut combo. But there's also options like spicy Italian, Italian BMT. tuna may be a fun contrast for those, flavor-wise. I mean, my opinion, yeah, I think spicy Italian, Italian BMT, those are both similar, so I don't think you necessarily need both. Actually, since that's what you're going in between, what we could do is instead of doing turkey and ham, doing turkey ham, because that's a sandwich. Turkey and ham is a sandwich. Okay, so turkey and ham, tuna, that's 2 options then. And then Italian BMT has pepperoni, salami, and ham. And then spicy Italian's just pepperoni and salami. Since we already have ham on the platter, I could see that. Oh yeah, it's not like you get more meat. There is more of pepperoni and salami on the spicy Italian than the BMT. So yeah, you end up getting, close to the same meat. I've never weighed out. I don't know. Okay, so Italian BMT. So right now we have a turkey and ham sandwich, tuna sandwich, Italian BMT sandwich. I mean, roast beef is always an option. I mean, yeah, the Subway Club is an option as well. That would be turkey, ham, and roast beef. But the issue, and I caution you with that, is like turkey and ham is like for the pickier eaters, whereas roast beef, a lot of picky eaters wouldn't want that. I mean, if you think that people at your party would want that, then, we can absolutely do that. It just sounds like, to me, with what you described, that would be a good option for people who would be more picky. I mean, roast beef is typically not cooked all the way. It's not cooked well done. So the bloody aspect of it can throw people off, yeah. For our other one, you want what? I mean, we can absolutely do a Subway melt for the last option, but just know it won't be melted and the bacon will be cold. I mean, yeah, cold bacon is still good bacon. Okay, and now, in terms of toppings, they typically recommend American cheese on the sandwiches. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't personally really like American cheese, so, yeah. Now, we can split it up in terms of, some of the sandwiches having one cheese, some of the sandwiches having another, but, the tuna, for example, all of the tuna is going to have the same cheese. We can't split it up that way. Okay. Okay, so the turkey ham and the tuna, will have American BMT and roast beef will have the provolone and the melt, the shredded Monterey Jack. Okay. Yeah. I would say, in terms of vegetables, what I would recommend, Subway recommends lettuce, tomato, at least on there. Some people will throw in things like pickle or green pepper or onions if they know that people will want it. But what I recommend is getting a topping tray is only $10. So why not just add a topping tray, Topping trays are only worth it if you're getting like 2 or 3 platters, but you are getting this platter we're talking about 3 times. So honestly, like, I mean, if everyone got every topping, it would obviously be a little tight. I would say if you're worried about it, I mean, you can customize what's on the topping tray. We could put lettuce and tomato on all the sandwiches. Well, tomato, the juice could soak into stuff and kind of ruin it. Lettuce is pretty easy to brush off. Okay, so you want lettuce and spinach on all the sandwiches. The topping tray will be on a flat tray and it'll be rows of each vegetable. So on the topping tray, you put pickles, banana peppers, onions, green peppers, olives, okay, and jalapenos. Okay. Yeah, we absolutely will. I mean, the concern that I have with this tray with having no lettuce on it, though, or no spinach. Oh yeah, we did forget tomatoes. Do you want tomatoes on there? Okay. The concern I have is with how many pickles and banana peppers and jalapenos and things like that that's going to be on this. The juice of those might get onto the other some and, like, you know what I mean? Some people don't want their onions to taste like banana peppers. I mean, I personally, when I would go to make the tray, I would use things like that as a buffer. I think it's just my dislike for lettuce, though, is why I did that personally. I mean, there's technically an order that the topping platters technically get done in. But honestly, most of us just kind of try to do it based on what the person wants on it. I mean, if you get the standard things on it, we just make sure the juicy things are on the edge. Yeah, on the sides, like on the last row. That way it doesn't, yeah. I mean, yeah, we can absolutely do that. We can make the olive row half. And we can make the jalapeno row half. I think that would be one that would benefit from being just half instead of a full row. Okay. And then sauces on each of the platters, they come with light mayonnaise and mustard. Yes, those are both packets. However, we can do, I mean, however many sauce cups would fit in the front, but we can do some sauces squeezed into sauce cups too. It'll also come with napkins and utensils and stuff. Okay. So yeah, it comes with those sauce packets, and then you want to add ranch and chipotle sauce. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay. We do have that. Well, we have just the regular, like, dozen cookies you could get. Or we have the cookie platter, which would be basically 3 dozen cookies. It would be on a flat tray similar to the topping tray. That is a great way to look at it. Even if everyone doesn't eat all the cookies, you can take them home. So cookie platter. Well, most stores only carry 5 kinds of cookies at a time, so which store was you ordering at again? Okay, yes, that store has peanut butter cookies. Yes. They have the double chocolate chip, but it's seasonal at that store. Currently, they're offering peanut butter. So did you want all 5? I know some people have an allergy. Do you want to substitute the peanut? All 5's okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, oh, I completely understand you there, yeah. Well, we don't really have too many other options. Yeah, we used to have brownies, but they got rid of them. It's really sad. I loved it when we had the brownies. We used to have a dessert platter that came with those. It was just perfect, yeah. The brownies did have nuts in them, though, so that was one thing. Oh, stop. You know, my favorite thing that we used to offer at Subway, this is gonna sound so weird. We used to have a Korean barbecue pulled pork. I promise you that was the best thing I've ever had, probably anywhere. It was so good. It was limited time too. We only ever had it once. Yeah, do you remember we used to have the pulled pork in general every year? I think the last year we had it in this market. We had it with Korean barbecue instead of regular barbecue. And it was so good. The special offerings right now. Yeah, that's what it is right now. I don't blame you. I don't really like that one either. Okay, so let me go ahead and read back to you what I got. We have 3 platters exactly the same. All 3 of them with turkey and ham as one option, tuna as another option, Italian BMT as a third option, roast beef as a 4th option, and Subway melt as a 5th option, with you and your cold bacon. Yeah, and then I have the turkey ham and the tuna with American cheese. I have the BMT and roast beef with provolone cheese, and the Subway melt has Monterey Jack cheese. Yes, and on each of the sandwiches you want lettuce and spinach because those are going to be easy to take off. And then you're going to get a toppings tray so people can add stuff if they want. Of pickles, banana peppers, onions, green peppers, tomatoes, and then half a row of olives and half a row of jalapenos just for a little extra. I do agree olives are pretty small, so I think that half a row should be plenty, honestly. Honestly, the formula for a 6-inch sandwich is only 3 olives. Yeah. People who like olives want way more than 3 olives on that. Well, this is a little insider secret, but out of all the vegetables, olives is by far the most expensive. So that's why probably. Yeah, they thought they did one there, didn't they? I mean, some people might only want a little bit. It's funny to me when people order a sandwich and they order light olives, and I'm like, so you want the amount that's supposed to be on there? And then in each of the sandwich platters, we will add cups of ranch, cups of chipotle. Yeah, it'll already come with mayonnaise and mustard and napkins. Do you need utensils for these things so far? Okay. And then a cookie platter with all the cookie options. You know what's interesting to me? Because you wanted another side. I'm gonna have to submit this to my boss as a suggestion. There should be some kind of catering option for this soup. I know it would need to be kept to a certain temperature, but that would be a great way for the stores to go through soup, especially in the summer. And I feel like soup is an easy option for customers too. Yeah, that sounds great. I'll have to pass that along. Okay, and then is there anything else for you today? That's it? Okay. Not a problem. I really enjoyed our conversation today, and that will be ready for our a pickup in 3 days at, you said 6 p.m., right? Okay. That is gotten, and I have your contact information already. So if there's anything else, my name's Dustin. You can call back, and they will be able to edit the file with all that information. But yeah, thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for choosing Subway for your next event, and